welcome everybody back to Sports Talk with JB, and I'm your host JB. And today I have two special guests. I got Jason and I have Vincent in the house. Before we get started, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Tanya's Locked and Faded. If you need your locks maintained, a fresh cut, a new style, your beard shaped, or hair colored, hit up Tanya. You can scan the QR code next to me to book your appointment. In today's show, we're going to be talking a little bit about the Cowboys, the Mavs, some moves that's been made in the NFL all season, and also we're going to have a top five, which I call I got five on it. So with all that being said, let's hop into the first topic. Jason, let's start with you. How do you feel about the way Jerry Jones is running the Cowboys organization?
Man, I've never really had much of a problem with the way Jerry Jones runs the team. I feel like as a GM, he's done a really good job. He puts talent on the field. Usually there's a big name coach. I mean, the ratings, the stadiums, the merch. I mean, he does a great job as a businessman,
Agree.
but it's just kind of hard to figure out why they can't get over the hump.
What about you, Vince?
I feel the same way as Jason, actually. A lot of people that don't know football say he's a horrible owner. But, I mean, look at what he did with Pickens. Parsons is hurt now. You got Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, Caleb Downs. I mean, I'm not a fan of Parsons, so I kind of like that move.
Right.
A lot of people didn't like it.
I wasn't mad about it.
He started becoming too much of a diva, ask me, but I think personally, I agree with both y'all. I think Jerry, man, he do what he do. He's a money maker. Like he said, bad publicity is better than no publicity. Jerry is good at what he do, man. I think a lot of people have a problem with because he's more outspoken than most of the owners, NFL owners. I think that's the problem that a lot of people have. They don't like that he do. That's what I feel about that opinion. But man, overall, he's doing his thing, man. You can't tell an owner of a company to stay your ass out of your own business.
Right.
Literally.
He's been doing it since what he first bought the team in the early '90s.
92?
92. That's he been doing it since then. Yeah. All right. Move on to the next question. You think can the Cowboys win another championship with the way Jerry running the team? What you think?
100%. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I like the off-season moves he made this year. I I think we got a chance from going the worst defense in the league to top 10. You got Caleb Downs in the draft. You got Malachi Lawrence. You got a fresh and healthy Deron Blanche, Siobhan Revel, Overshown. And people don't realize we picked up D. Winters. He was a dog with the Niners.
You gotta
And then you got Kobe Durant, who was a starter for the Rams. PJ Locke for the Broncos, one of the top defenses in the league. So
Yeah, I'm with Vince. I think they can go become a contender with the team they have. But like we said, it's never been a problem about talent
I agree.
or who's on the field or support or anything like that. Man, I think maybe I've been around a long time. I don't know if Vincent remembers, but the Cowboys used to do training camp out there in Wichita Falls. And man, since they moved, I don't want to say exactly that, but they moved things to Oxnard because it's cooler, it's nicer, the training camp's a little softer. I don't think until they bring in a coach, or maybe that's where Jerry needs to back up a little bit, is give the coach some room to be hard on these guys. And some of the boys leave there talking about his Camp Cupcake. Until they really turn the culture around and learn how to win, we could do it with Jerry, but it's gonna take letting Shotty be like a Bill Parcells. The team was a lot tougher back then.
So who you think? While you said the culture, who you think to blame for that? You think Jerry Jones, Steven, or the head coach, or you think it just throughout years the culture just changed since I want to say mid of Dak? It seemed like to me since Dak been there, it changed a little bit. Sometimes it go up and down to me, up and down. So y'all think the blame is on Jerry, his way front office, or just the coaches?
I think we could blame Jerry on that. Like, what's his name said? Someone said the Cowboys facilities like a zoo. You got all these people coming in and out, all that distractions. But I guess that's what comes with being America's team, you know?
I think that's every player that's left has said that.
And she like they take on the owner's personality, like y'all was talking about Micah. When he had his show, he was outspoken. You get that from the owner of the company. That's how Jerry is. So he pretty much got a little bit of Jerry personality in him by Jerry's the leader. I know a lot of owners are different, but shit, if the owner of my team like this and that's what he liked that that publicity, I'm gonna go ahead and do it too. Which I think Vince, I think Jerry has a lot to do with that. So what's that one move the Cowboys need to make to be real considered contenders? Offense, defensive move. What y'all got for that one?
Man, like Vince was saying, a lot of the fans weren't real upset that Micah left, just as a personality or a teammate or a player. But we do kind of have to replace a top-notch pass rusher. I think he talked about who we drafted. I think we did good in the draft. There's going to be some good role players. Overshown's getting healthy. Caleb Downs is going to be a monster in the secondary. We're rebuilding that that whole defense. The offense has been great, but man, if they just need a real dog pass rusher that makes everybody better. And I don't know where you're going to get that. I don't know if you're going to get that in free agency or hopefully we get one of those in the draft. But I think that's the thing. If not a culture change, it's gonna be one of them defensive dogs up front.
I agree. I think our offense is solid. I mean, the only part we could get a little bit better on offense is get a more depth in that running back room, but we need an edge rusher. Our corners looked so trashed last year because when the quarterback gets 6, 7 seconds to throw the ball, someone's gonna be open. And that goes to the fact, like, I'm not a fan of Lamar. I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback in the league. He runs around, so of course the defense is gonna break down. But true pocket passer, I don't think he's in the top 5 for that reason. So if we wanna be good on defense, we need to get someone who could get to the quarterback, pressure him, and I think we got some guys on the team that could do that. Sam Williams is a dog when he's healthy. Ezraku, he's a dog. And we haven't seen Malachi Lawrence yet, but I think he could cause some havoc as well.
Right. I agree. I agree with y'all on pass rush, but that secondary was suspect. It gave up a
A
good
little
bit of
rough.
yards. So I agree with y'all 100%. So do y'all think that by Pickens not going to the OTA, you think that I know a lot of people don't take OTA too serious, but to me, I think you can get that chemistry. The more you with your quarterback or your team, that chemistry come. You think that hurted the Cowboys offense or Dak and on Pickens relationship and chemistry?
So I believe he did end up showing up, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he
Yeah.
showed up the whole time, but I know he did.
He can't towards the end.
They were surprised he was there, but I don't know if he dressed out. I didn't see all that.
I mean, it kind of leans towards like what Parsons was doing, but he's got to realize that we took a chance on him. We got him for a 3rd-round pick. We gave him a good quarterback to make him look good. But if you go back and look at like the Lions game, if you go and rewatch that game, he ran some of the sloppiest routes ever because
Oh
we
yeah,
were down.
Oh yes.
And if you watch through the season when we're down, he starts running these cheap routes. You don't get a contract like that. So I don't feel like he's proved himself enough to be able to do that. He didn't have the Micah Parsons seasons, so I don't
yeah.
agree
That's
with
why
it.
I'm okay with the franchise tag right now. To be honest, just to see if he can be consistent 2 years in a row. And a lot of stuff came out after the season, which it always does. That he was a tardiness problem and a attendance problem, stuff like that. You know, stuff like that the fans really don't like, especially Cowboys fans and their receivers, because we already got CD. We got CD and Flournoy. We got some role players, and Ferg is always great. But man, I'd really like to see him participate and really work this franchise tag and take the opportunity to prove himself, to the fans and to the ownership. I did see those lazy routes, man. That really turned me off to him because there for a minute, I was kind of I was drinking the Kool-Aid when they were like, "Oh man, is Pickens better than CD?" And I started to think about it. I'm like, "Oh man, is he better than CD?" But he turned me off real fast with some of that. But and that was in games where CD might have been out. I don't know if he was hurt, and he really needed to be the number one guy. And we saw some bad attitude out of him. But if he proves it in the franchise year, I'm all in because he's got all the talent.
Yeah. I was about to say each one thing you do is have talent. To me he had that Randy Moss mind frame where I play when I want to. And depends on that cornerback. If you got like an elite cornerback and he wants throw. I noticed that about him. That's when he plays his best games. Yeah, the Duke
Yeah.
man, he talented as hell, but like I keep saying, them routes, man, you want that money and you want to be considered one of the greatest or the best. You got to get that all that together.
Yeah, he's got to know it was a great move to come to Dallas.
Yeah, that's what you.
He
Yeah,
kind of reminds me of T.O., how T.O. would like to show out whenever it wouldn't go his way. And that's the same way I felt about Parsons. He's a diva.
But he got to get together, man. You want that contract? This is your money year, and somebody gonna put up with him because he's talented.
Yeah.
So that's just how it goes in the league. If you talented, they're gonna tolerate it. Yeah, I think CD still number one to me
Oh yeah.
on receiver. All right,
Top 3.
y'all got one game to go, season on the line, 90 yards to go. What quarterback from the Cowboys y'all taking? Roger, Troy, Tony, Dak, Quincy Carter. That one in. It's not on the list, but it's
Vince, what do you think?
It ain't Aikman. It ain't
Oh,
Staubach. Give me Romo.
Vince a little younger, bro. I knew there was gonna be some Aikman hate from a Cowboy fan. Even he's a young guy. I'm back and forth. I'm either. Hey, I love Romo. Romo's my all-time favorite quarterback. But what you need in those situations is your team to be disciplined and be smart. I mean, we've seen Dak mess up those fourth and whatever late in games and playoffs, and Aikman's not going to let himself get outcoached by his own coach. Make a mistake on the field that he's not going to make, that he's not supposed to make. And he's a leader. The guys are going to do what he says, man. I think I got to go with Aikman, even though I do think Romo, maybe even Dak, is a little more talented than Aikman. I don't know, man. Maybe because I watch those teams. Aikman's my guy.
right. I'm
See why I lean towards the Romo side of things? Like, yeah, Aikman won 3 Super Bowls, but he also had Emmitt Smith behind there. And if you go and
It
look
was
at
a
Aikman's
yeah.
stats, he had 140 touchdowns,
Oh yeah, yeah. I
160
mean,
interceptions.
he had a great team. He had a great team.
Yeah, I'm with Vince. I go Tony Romo only because Tony was just it was different to me than I just like his leadership. Besides the Seattle fumble he had for the extra punt, I like Aikman. Y'all made some good punts, but he had a team behind him. But still, in that final drive, I never saw Aikman crack. He was the I'm not comparing him to Joe Montana or Brady, but he controlled the game when it counted, and I know that because he went against. You're gonna hear me say my team. Y'all know I got Eagles, Niners, and Saints. What he did against my Eagles and the 49ers before we got Deion Sanders, the Niners. I hated it. Real.
I will say this though, because Romo had a bad reputation for throwing like messing up games at the end, which I think was totally false because his fourth quarter numbers were crazy.
Yep.
When he was in the league, his fourth quarter numbers was better than everybody.
Yep. I saw that.
So yeah, I mean he's a good pick. You really can't go wrong unless you pick Quincy Carter.
Yeah, that's the only way. Down bad Quincy Carter, man. Yeah, but man, they are talented all across the board. Only one I'm not able to comment on is Roger Staubach because he was before my time. I know I was
It's
probably
common.
born when he was playing, but can't go wrong on either one of them. All right, let's jump on over to some of this NBA talk. How do y'all feel about the? Do you think that the Mavs trading away Luca did it make the Mavs better or worse for future? Jay?
Man, looking at what was it? Giannis just got traded,
Yeah,
and he got loads and loads of players, trades, everything in return. You know, over the course of the trade and the season after, and it's obvious, man. We got way worse. We got way worse. Immediately worse. That even the team that had Luca on it that went to the finals really wasn't that well built yet. They were kind of young. They got to the finals, I think, a little early, just based on how Luca played. He carried them. But that was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in sports. I mean, in my opinion. I mean, I don't. You trade away a guy, and granted, he's got his flaws. He's probably not very good on defense. I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be. But well, as soon as he was gone, we were trying to figure out who has the ball with 2 seconds to go. I love Kyrie, but not Kyrie. Definitely not Anthony Davis. So it was bad, and Mavs are way worse without him.
Yeah, I agree. I think they got way worse. I think they lost that trade by a lot. I mean, they fumbled Jalen Brunson too, though. I mean, you had Luca and Brunson on the same team. Cooper Flag's a good player, but he's not Luca.
Nah, and he's young. He's young. He's not ready yet.
right. So I think it's for me it's hard to judge right now because it's still kind of early. Because at first, when I saw AD play the first 8 minutes, I said, "Oh my God, AD about to kill it." Then, as usual,
Mhm.
he pull a AD, get hurt.
He went out at halftime.
Exactly. So it's kind of hard to judge it for me right now because again, Luca was hurt the second half of this season, so he didn't get a chance to play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now, can the Mavs make some moves with all these trades and everything? Because at first I thought I knew Coop was good, but I was like, man, is he really that good? They tried to make him what he wasn't at the beginning, a damn point guard.
Yeah,
Point guard is not easy in the NBA. You got these dogs coming at you, so it takes a
that was a
while
bad
to
decision
adjust.
by Kid for sure.
Oh yeah, I think Kid let his ego get to him. So I think it's hard for me to judge on my opinion. I can't say nothing right now, but like Jay said, Luka, man, that's a man. You don't give up no. Everybody got flaws. Even
Yeah,
some of the greatest, they have some flaws in it. They can say what they want. Now,
yeah, he's all-time great scorer.
As far as the Bronson thing, I think if Bronson would have still been there, he would never been the Bronson he is now. That's kind of like the T Mac and Vince Carter situation. Because he would have been always second to Luca. We'd never would have known his potential unless Luca was out for the whole season. Then he probably could have stepped up. But I think T Mac when he wouldn't have left Toronto, we'd have never had the T Mac that he became today.
Yeah, Brunson got his shot because Luka got hurt. It was the first round of the playoffs, and Brunson he had no choice but to get in there. And I can't remember the other player's name because man, these guys disappeared. But we were still sharing time at that position with Brunson and another guard. I can't remember his name. I mean, obviously he wasn't as good as him, but Luka went out, Brunson went in. That was the only opportunity he really had. He made good use of it. But like you said, John, he would have sat behind Luka and never really developed.
That's kind of like Dylan Harper with the Spurs.
Yeah,
Dylan Harper's a dog.
Right?
yeah.
De'Aaron Fox playing so trash. He got his spotlight, and De'Aaron Fox might be packing bags at Walmart after that.
But I can't be mad at Brunson though. It was a good move him going over there. But that's just another thing that this Nico Harrison could have managed a lot better and didn't.
Right. He gave up too early on Bronson, like you said, on and Luca. Les Luca is some stuff that we don't know, what they always say is going to come out later, but it is what it is. So next question, y'all think the Mavs 2011 road to the championship was the toughest in NBA history?
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
I liked in 2011. I don't know what their exact road was in 2006, but it did go through the Big Three in Miami also. And man, they they had that ref that was tangled up in that all those conspiracies and supposedly gambling and mob money and all that. I think the Mavs could have had too.
We only had it was only big 1.5. Shaq was still he was still doing his thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Oh yeah, it wasn't Big Three yet over in Miami.
yeah, but we still had think about it. Gary Payton, Antoine Walker, White Chocolate. They had a team. James Posey. So
Yeah.
they had a team, but
Oh, I see you got your Heat jersey on. I wasn't trying to rub it in, but y'all got a little help in that one.
What about Udonis Haslam?
yeah, I forgot about you. He was that enforcer as they call it. So as
I think he was still 45 back in 2006.
what y'all think about as another question to piggyback on that 2011? You think Dirk had let's say position, the hardest position, like the people he went against in the road to the finals? Because he went against, of course, the first round was the Lakers. No, the Lakers was second round. It was OKC,
Portland, maybe?
Portland. He went against Aldridge in LA, Aldridge in the first round. In Portland, I believe he went against I mean not Portland. Lakers he went against was it Lamar Odoms? I want to say
He might have still, yeah, he might have been there.
I think it was Lamar and Bynum.
But that was a tough Laker team. They were defending champs.
Jason Terry was on the Mavs during that time, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
And then you go to the Big Three in Oklahoma. So, but I was thinking about it. I think the 2000, I want to say 2001 Lakers, Horace Grant to me had the hardest defenders he went against. I'm say power forwards. You go back to
Mm-hmm.
2001, he went against Rasheed Wallace, Brian Grant, Jamal. First round, I know this because Pippen was on the team. Pippen's my goat. He went against Jamal, Rasheed Wallace, Brian Grant, a young Jermaine O'Neal. Then he went against the Lakers, not the Lakers. What that team is. I can't think about it. I went blank. Oh,
She Wallace was tough.
Chris Webber. He went against Chris Webber, and it was one more that he went against Portland, Seattle. I mean, it'll come back, but he went against some heavy hitters too. I was talking about Rashid on the last show, man. People don't understand how talented that dude was.
Yeah.
If you can tell me any power forward that can shoot the three, shoot a 15-footer, 16-footer, play with his back to the rim, can dribble, and also can play defense, I'm here because
Yeah.
Tim is the GOAT to me as far as power forward, but he can't shoot the three. That's the only thing he
No,
can do.
it's hard to argue against him overall best, but yeah, he was in the paint mid range. He wasn't going too far out.
Who who y'all think
But
prime Dirk or prime Luca? Who would y'all go with?
Luka.
I don't know. I don't know. We saw Dirk go to the finals. Well, people argue because he had Kidd and Chandler and some of those guys who might end up being Hall of Famers, but Luka carried a not great team to the finals. They lost, but he did carry a team to the finals that I don't think was ready. Neither one of them played great defense. If they love to push that on Luka, but you know what? Prime Luka, prime Dirk. I got to give the edge to Dirk because he changed the game more than Luka did.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now, on that note, y'all, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and be right.
Say, man, they came.
Who? What? They leave somebody out there?
No, man, I told them you went to the airport and they left.
Good, good, good. That's good thinking. Good. You was quick. You was good on your feet that time, man. But listen, go back out there and leave that side door open. Make sure, in case I gotta do something real quick. Now, go on. You did good. Go on.
Hey, you gonna ever pay him?
Who's the man taking the winner on him to pay? Keep your eyes open in case something transpires. I'm down a bill. Shut down. Pay no country bum nothing.
Welcome back, everybody. What are y'all thoughts on the NIL? Is it good for college football? Is it bad?
I think it's good for the players, probably in order, right? I would say it's good for the players, next the schools and the teams, and then honestly for the fans, they don't love it. Unless you're like an Indiana fan base where you haven't ever seen real quality football in a long time and you can go out there and get you a bunch of good players. But Alabama fans probably hating it right now.
Yeah.
A lot of the talent they're normally used to just snatching up just because of their name, they're not able to get it. But I don't know, man. I think it's good for the players, and that's what a lot of people wanted for a long time.
I think that's why Nick Saban actually left the game, because he knew he can't really control it, because, like they said, that money talks.
I
Yeah,
agree
he's
too.
he's been out there trying to add regulations.
Yeah,
You know, Alabama like ran everything for years. Georgia, Michigan. Now you get NIL and you got teams like Indiana, Miami finally, Texas Tech. They got
Texas
that
Tech,
oil
yeah.
money. It's
Yeah.
competitive now. It's not all Alabama, 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 Alabama.
Yeah,
I
I don't
think.
hate it really. My team's Texas that I've been following. They were in a drought for a few years, but I knew as soon as that NIL opened up, I was like, watch, Texas gonna turn it around quick. Because I mean, they got more money and boosters that are willing to give.
I was just about to say
It's
that.
been
They got
pretty
all the
legit.
oil guys.
Y'all think there
'Cause
should be a salary cap on college? Or should a player makes a certain amount of money, kind of like a NBA first, the NBA rookies, or they only can make so much money. Some of them are some of these in well, it's mostly endorsement, but some of the money is getting
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if it needs to be a cap. They just got to change the way they do it because it's really not NIL. NIL's name, image, likeness. That's really what Johnny Football got in trouble because he was trying to sell autographs and make money and sell merch. Players aren't doing that. They're getting paid to play like it's contract play like pro football. So I don't know if there should be a cap, but I think it should really be like a business arrangement. They got to do something. I'm not, and they earn as much as they want, but you know, show up to an event or sign some autographs or do real promotions for that car dealership, something, you know. But the cap is getting really, really high.
I agree with you. What about you, Vince?
I don't think there should be a cap because then it'd be like if there's a cap, then it'd be like back before NIL. People are gonna want to go to the best school available. So I mean, years they went without NIL. So
Has the transfer portal become more of a free agency?
I think so.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was bad up until last year. They had two portal windows, and now it's only one. But I don't know if they just did that this year, or I don't know if they actually put it down on paper and made it to where there's only going to be one window. But yeah, man, it leaves it open to like I said, tampering with players and reaching out to guys that probably aren't really open to communication yet. So yeah, transfer portal is a problem. Yeah, it's definitely like free agency, and you've already seen players get sued for their money.
Right.
So it's turned into a problem a little bit.
On this one, Vince, it's two questions on that. One that I just asked, and also, you think it should be a limit on? I know Jason just answered it. A limit on transferring, like
yeah. I think I don't like the transfer portal, but I think at the same time it shows a lot of these players' true colors. I mean, a lot of these schools, if you got the old school coaches, either you're gonna be in the trenches and try to get out with your team, or you're gonna leave. And a lot of these coaches don't want people to act like that. So it helps you weed out all the cancer players who aren't there, aren't like treat each other like brothers. Go through war with them. They want the easy way out. They want to go get that ring. And so I think it's a good thing. I think there should be like a limit because some of these guys, they have won that game. The coach gets onto them. They're hopping into the transfer portal.
I don't believe in counting nobody money, but I agree with y'all. I think these kids. I'm trying to remember. I like the kid who dad told him, "You never had money your whole life. We're not gonna jump for it." And they was offering what $8 to $10 million. I forgot his name, but his dad like, "Nah, we gonna get through this. You stand your behind right where you at. We're not doing this portal thing." So I want to say the parents should have something to do it because I know we in our kids' ear, they respect our opinion too. They're gonna do what they want to do at 18, but these kids gonna do what they want to do. But I kind of I like what the dad did, man. His dad like, nah, you haven't had the money all your life. You're not gonna get it now. So let's finish this off. And this
Yeah, I was hoping we seen here in Texas. I mean, obviously it's the opposite situation with Manning doesn't really need the money, but he could have got way more. He could have got way more. He could have moved around a couple times by now. And he really wasn't getting playing time until recently. So that's what I like to see as a fan, the loyalty. Whatever his motive is, like I said, he had money, but other kids are getting money too. They just instead of 1.5 million, they want 2 million. It's not that big a difference,
Yeah.
especially if you're going
So
from
that
like
shows
Texas to California.
Manning, the kid, God, Arch Manning had a brain fart. It shows he's got that grit. He sat behind a quarterback that was not even close to his caliber. Quinn Ewers
Yeah.
starting over him. But, I mean, he was raised right. You see how Peyton Manning and Eli were. So he was raised right. I like that. And it's going to help him with his draft.
ever since they started giving, like I said, I don't let these kids get their money because the colleges, the schools make money off of them. But once
Yeah.
they started collecting that money, I kind of lost love for college because I felt like those kids was at first he was trying to get to that NFL level. Now if I'm a person like Shador that's making $15 million off the field, I know where I'm going, I know my window. But I like it when they were just grinding. Again, I like these kids getting their money, but I like when it was grinding. That's when I was really into football.
Well, several years ago, you'd see one or two that would miss a bowl game
Yeah,
or Senior Bowl, really trying to make it. That they'd go out there and play.
I thought that brain.
Every bowl game now, there's 4, 5, 6 players there skipping the
Who
bowl game because
started
they
that
don't
trend? It was a running.
probably about that recent. Yeah.
This next question probably I know Jason's probably asking. I'm gonna start with you on this one, Jay. The transfer portal has it hurt high school athletes? And
Oh man,
it started pretty much when our
yeah.
boys was in. Um,
Yeah, you know how I feel about it, and probably you the same way. You know, obviously I'm gonna be a little biased, but my son had a great end to his high school football career, and recruiting was limited. Most of the contact we got was from up north, where they're not getting quality high school football players like they do down here in Texas. They got a lot of recruitment from like up Minnesota, where he's at right now in Wisconsin, just up north. Uh, I think it affected him. Uh, I I think these guys are taking. They'd rather transfer a D2 up to a D1, and then maybe a D3 up to a D2 or NAIA up. But they're recruiting from kids that are already playing college football and who already have a little bit of experience, who've already got a 1 or 2 years of building their bodies and getting experience. And now they're even adding more time to their eligibility. It seems like. So yeah, NIL transfer portal, all that's really affected the way high school football players are recruited 100%.
I know you got some friends, real friends.
Yeah, no, he hit it on the head. The way I feel like he said, they're going and recruiting rather than like seniors, they're recruiting other college athletes. So it's like these colleges look at the high school kids like their first and second year of college is like their junior and senior year of high school. But once the big dogs leave, then they want to pick from the bottom of the basket and get the high school kids that have been sitting on the bench for a couple of years.
And again, you've seen it with Indiana. Half those kids, I think their average age was like 22, 23, something crazy. Like these are grown men out there.
And that's why Indiana did so good this year. Their average age was like 25, 26 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's hurting because these kids, man, you not the route that they got to go now. You can be one of. I know I'm gonna use our school for example, Saginaw. I know when Jonathan was there, you couldn't tell me the year before he wouldn't have got better offers. And sometimes you got to grind all that. You got to grind and do what you got to do. But the year that he graduated was the year they opened this portal.
Yeah.
And I talked to a lot of coaches because I did more recruiting, but I did a lot of recruiting for him, reaching out to head coaches. I mean, college coaches, and even the ones I met in person, a lot of them said they were like, "Mr. Lawson, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I got a proven player that's already been in college for a year or two, why would I give a full scholarship to a high school kid who's coming here? I got to train all over to get to this level when this kid is already over." So, man, it's hurting the athletes, and this is not it's in every sport, football, basketball, and I'm pretty sure I think the 2024 is the lowest around the country that of scholarships.
Oh yeah.
It was the lowest, so I think it's
Yeah, I can see that. But they used to recruit off of what you did in high school, work ethic, grades, potential, stuff like that. They knew you weren't going to be ready, but they're not they're not okay with that now. They're not satisfied with a kid that they have to build up in their system.
And the only kids they're recruiting out of high school are like once in a lifetime guys like Malachi Tony and
Yep.
stuff.
pretty much
Yeah, these kids
So
have to have the measurables, the numbers,
top
all of it. They can't just be good at football. They got to have all of it before college is going to come down and really look at you.
exactly pretty much top 15. I'll say top 20 get the most look.
yeah.
So let's move on to Ben's favorite part. Let's go to this Florida State and Miami rivalry. Who produced more talent at quarterback? I'm gonna go to a different position at quarterback.
I mean, y'all got Joe Theismann went to Florida State, right?
Let's go way back. Johnny watched it live.
I'm trying to think. I don't know many of the Florida State quarterbacks besides Jameis Winston.
Let's go.
Winky, we had Winky.
Charlie Ward, Winky.
Honestly, I'm trying to think of Miami guys.
Ben, what his name was
Testaverde,
Testaverde.
Okay.
Cam Ward.
He's a rookie. He's a
Carson Beck
rookie.
is trash. I didn't like Carson Beck.
Beck wasn't a homegrown boy. I don't think. I mean, I don't watch either one of those teams that closely, but I do know Ward, and I know his legacy over there and what he went on to do after. Man, that dude kind of hard to top Ward.
Besides Jameson's craziness,
He went two, right?
he was on. Jameson was I would say almost he was a great college quarterback. He was doing big things besides the crab legs. He was doing
All right, so
That's before NIL.
you brought up quarterbacks. Who's got the most Heisman's? No, not Heisman's, Hall of Famers. We got some
Ward was a Heisman winner though, wasn't he?
yeah,
Cam Ward.
No, Charlie.
yeah, Charlie Jameson and on Chris Winky.
Winky. I remember Winky. Winky was another guy that's about 28 years old playing college football.
20, I remember that.
Both schools had some dogs come out though. Yeah, Greg Olson at
Yeah.
Miami, fucking Ray Lewis, Michael Irvin, Sean Taylor.
Yeah, great teams.
The dogs.
I think I don't receive Peter Warwick.
Devin Hester, the best kick returner of all time.
Peter Warwick.
Peter Warwick, man.
That boy was different. He was for his defense. I think y'all probably put out better defensive players.
Oh,
Only reason I'm gonna say that because Ed Reed and Ray Lewis.
Oh yeah, he's one all-time great.
Oh yeah, I know we have
we got Sean Taylor.
So I think defensive wise y'all got that. Running backs, y'all had some nice ones. We had some okay ones, good ones too. There's so many of them, just can't think of all the top ones. What's his name? Devin Cook.
Well, Dunn was at Florida State, right?
Yeah.
Dunn, and then Miami had McGahee around that time.
Yeah.
Fred Gord.
Willis.
Y'all got that one. Frank Gord. Fred Gord.
Y'all started bringing up the 80s on my ass.
That's why I was kind of hesitant about that question. I'm like, do he know a lot about like you said, the 80s?
McGahee's not too far back though.
McGahee, man, that knee injury. Ooh,
yeah, that was ugly.
He was killing it. Move on to some of the hot topics that's going on. What y'all thoughts about some of the NFL movements right now? Pretty much, I think the biggest one so far been Myles Garrett. Can't think anything besides that. That's really out there. I think that make the Rams the number one team, or still too early to tell?
I know he's happy about it. I mean, warmer weather, contending team, solid players around him. Rumors about
Aaron Donald.
Donald.
My God, they're gonna win the Super Bowl if he goes there. But it's
Yeah.
been some crazy trades. Like people don't realize, like the Patriots got a receivers corps now. They got Booty, they got AJ Brown, they got Romeo Dobbs. That
Oh
might
yeah,
be the best
Patriots. Yeah.
trio in the league.
And May is
He's a dog.
he's just getting better.
It's insane.
Yeah. He's so young. He's just getting better.
But there's been some crazy trades though. Like that Miles Garrett, like definitely the biggest. But like you got Trey Hendrickson with the Ravens.
Hey,
You got who else? David Njoku go to the Chargers. I think the Patriots got more of an edge than the Rams because a lot of people forget they got Travion Henderson in that running back room. And he's a
they
dog.
look great on paper, but it's something to be said about a team that's done it.
That's how I feel. A lot of teams be looking beautiful on paper. We can go
And I'm always biased to the Texas guys. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Stafford get another one.
sleep on Stafford, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That dude talented, man. He can make every throw. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He never great thing.
I'm glad that he got out of
Detroit.
where he was, man. He'd been another Detroit casualty, retiring early and talking about what if.
Who's y'all's top 5 quarterbacks in the league?
We're gonna get to that.
Right now?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. That's coming up.
Okay.
Listen, I got 5. Let's switch over to NBA. Is LeBron worth the money he's asking for? I think he was asking for like was it like 114 million? I probably got the numbers wrong, but
2 years, 114, I think.
Oh, 2 years.
do you think he's still worth that type of money? 'Cause today they consider him being a third option on the Lakers.
Yeah. It depends if you're asking the fan or if you're asking ownership, because LeBron's going to put people in the seats. He's going to sell jerseys. He's never loved them, but he's probably pretty decent glue on the team. Makes the young guys work hard. And I don't know if he pushes them like Kobe and MJ did, but that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. I don't know what AR just got for those 4 years, but 100 whatever for 2 years is a lot more. I don't think he's got a lot of time left.
I don't think he's worth it. I was never like a big fan of LeBron. I don't think he's the GOAT. But I mean, what you're going to spend on LeBron, you could go get 2 players that will actually make a difference
Oh
on the
yeah.
team.
I mean,
Because right
what's
now,
he
like
putting
you
up?
said, he's the third option behind Luca and Austin Reeves.
One thing I can say, he might be the third option, but he's still better than a lot of number ones that's in the league.
Yeah.
So I think I guess if the Lakers haven't given it to him yet, so I'm guessing they thinking, are you still worth it? Can you even? He tried to do it in the playoffs. Can you carry a franchise? And we saw that. I'm not gonna say it was his fault because AR he had came back. I think like game 3 or 4. Luca was out, so he was. And I'm not gonna make no excuses for him. Trying to help him out. Then yeah, I can.
I think he's going back to the Cavs.
That's a good place to end.
I don't know, man.
How that's gonna work with him,
I,
James Harden, and
Spider Mitchell.
Mitchell. So that's the thing on because LeBron can't play without that ball in his hand. I don't care what nobody say. Talking about he can do better off the ball, but it's not his best.
Now you got to be a real energy guy to play off the ball like that.
Exactly.
Like young Steph was all over the court. When the very little he was away from the ball. But nah, not at LeBron's age.
With the with the LaMelo Ball trade to Minnesota. What y'all thoughts on that one?
Crazy.
Think that make Minnesota a contender or NBA champion next
I think it makes Edwards the favorite to win MVP this year. 100%. But they got no bigs.
Yeah.
They're a small team.
Yeah.
year?
And I don't think neither one of those guys shows a lot of real discipline. I like Ant as he's flashy and, he makes a lot of noise, but I don't know. I think me and Johnny talked about it before. I think he's a little overrated. Just a little bit. I don't think I don't think he can lead that team, and LaMelo hasn't shown he's gonna lead anybody either.
I'm trying to see how this is going to work because LaMelo is not nowhere near the top 40 in defense. You gave up a defensive
Oh
player.
yeah.
They both don't play defense.
Nah,
I think Ant might give you a little more.
yeah, and give you defense. I got to say that. But LaMelo, he's going to shoot his threes from half court. I just don't see them. I don't think I don't put them over the Spurs. I don't put them over LKC. So I don't. I
And
think
they got the Nuggets
I
in
don't
there
even know
too.
how you could put how they'll be on the court, on the floor at the same time, because they almost both are kind of like in betweeners, like 1-2 or 2-3.
So where were you last night?
I was at Chris. I was playing 2K.
That's funny. I called Chris and Chris said that he wasn't with you.
Big Chris and Little Chris.
Little Chris.
I was a big Chris.
Why you smell like perfume?
That's your perfume.
No, it isn't.
So I mix it in with mine.
When you were getting out of the shower last night, I saw scratches on you.
I did it myself.
How you put scratches on your own back?
Back scratching.
to welcome everybody back to Sports Talk with JB. We're going to move on over to the hot seat questions. We're going to do this is like a rapid fire, so we're going to answer these quick as possible. No thinking about 20 minutes about what's better. All right, let's go. Prime Ezekiel Elliott or prime Derrick Henry? Who you got, Jason?
I gotta go Zeke. Man. Let Zeke eat. I think he's a little quicker, a little more athletic, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Watch you, Vince.
Zeke, feed him. Dog.
Hard for me to admit it, but I'm a realist. Yeah, Zeke, man, he was different. I go with Zeke too.
Derrick did have a longer prime.
Which one? Yeah,
Derrick Henry had a longer prime for sure.
exactly. Michael Paulson or Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett. I don't even think it's close.
Look,
Myles Garrett's what, 33?
looking at Jason's face, I don't know. Who you got, Jay?
I want like Michael Parsons more than I do, but I don't know, man. He's a little one dimensional. You got to go Miles. I think
Yeah,
he makes his team better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Miles too. Let's move on. I'm gonna go in and out a couple of different sports. Who's the greatest pitcher ever y'all seen? Baseball.
Ooh, man, Greg Maddux.
That's what I was going with, Jay.
Greg Maddux. I like pitching his strategy. He didn't have all the heat. He didn't have all the flashy stuff, but IQ pitcher. He knew all the batter's strategies and all that. Man, I like Maddux. Nolan was more exciting, but
Nolan
I
Ryan
like
or
Maddux.
just consistent?
Yeah.
I'd go Nolan Ryan.
I'm with Jason. Me, that was to be my baseball team. The greatest hitter of all time.
Oh,
I'm gonna go for King Griffin to me. He probably wasn't the most home runs, but his swing was beautiful. I know they got others, but I just love King Griffin Jr.
There's a lot on that list. There you got players like Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds. You got Miguel Cabrera. But hitter?
Well, that's gonna make them think questions.
I'd go Bonds. They walked him
yeah.
so much.
I like Bonds. I think he's the most versatile hitter because people are going to tell you Tony Gwynn because he never struck out. He hit everything, but he wasn't like a power guy all the time. He'll kill you for average. But man, I'll tell you, the scariest hitter I've seen that would go for it. Well, let me just say first, Bond's definitely number one. But the scariest hitter I've seen in his prime for a very short prime was Josh Hamilton. Man, Josh Hamilton could hit everything. And he'd go for power, he'd go for average, he did it all, but just a really short prime again.
I think Pete Rose is up there too.
Yeah, he was. Dirk.
Yeah, Bonds for sure.
Dirk or Tim Duncan?
Who?
Dirk or Tim Duncan?
Duncan. Duncan's top 5 all time.
Yeah. I mean, you could build a team around both of them. We saw it happen, but Dirk only won one, Tim won more.
Yeah, I think Duncan's probably one of the most underrated players of all time.
Because he's bored. He's not like everybody else. I'm going Tim Duncan. He's my
Yeah.
he's my go he's my greatest power forward of all time.
The big fundamental.
Oh yes. If y'all had one, if you had to put if you had to put $1 million of your own money in the 3-point contest, what player y'all want representing y'all to win it all, to win that bag? What's you?
It's just straight up just catch and shoot, no defense.
Nah, just the 3-point contest.
Man, probably got to be Steph. I think I would go with Steph. But if it's on the court and there's pressure, I like Reggie. I like
There's
Reggie. He
some
was a dog.
dogs. There is some dogs. I mean, I think Kyle Korver was the Steph before Steph. Kyle Korver used to knock down those
Oh
threes.
yeah, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of those guys though, man. Like even Kerr himself was a nice from three.
You got
Dan
Ray
Marley, since you
Allen.
like to eat.
I think
There's some dogs. Ray Allen.
yeah, Ray was nice. I think if I'm going both, kind of like Jay added into it on 3-point contest in game, give me Dame Dollar. Um, I think Dame, he showed to me he's won 3-point contest and he hit the big shot. So give me Dame on that one.
Yeah, Dame's solid.
Yeah, he's good.
Who's your NBA GOAT?
Oh, MJ.
There you go.
Oh,
Man, with Jordan Duke game, hey, I respect LeBron, but man, I don't see why this even a
A
debate.
debate.
And I tell people, I don't see how he hopped over. I know that I don't know. It might sound crazy for this, but hopped over Kobe. I know Kobe was a copy of Jordan, but still he won. 'Cause at first,
yeah.
I used to be like, man, he can't do it without Shaq. He had his couple of years of being a down Lakers team. Then he went and got Gasol, Lamar, and everybody behind him, and you saw what they did. But I think did they win 2 championships? He had 5 rings, right? Yeah, he won 2 more championships after that. But yeah, Jordan, my
I don't get it either. I mean, in that AI documentary, he talks about, why are y'all skipping Kobe? Got to talk about Kobe.
exactly.
Even though he played a lot like MJ, still got to put it on the floor. He was good. He was great.
I do think Michael wouldn't be Michael without Pippen, though.
Right. Jay, know that's my GOAT Pippen.
Yeah.
I got a million basketball cards I can show you. Highlights. Yeah, I always
Yeah,
speak.
but man, all the dudes in the GO conversation had a really good sidekick.
Yeah, they did from Shaq and Kobe. Ron had half of the NBA Hall of Famers. Um, for real. Chris Bosh. Go, you can name Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade.
Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean LeBron's always had somebody great next to him.
Right. Is Aaron Rodgers' legacy secure? No matter what he do, the rest of his time in the league.
Yeah.
I
Mr.
think it'll go
Clutch.
better. They'll look at him better as time goes on. I know with that COVID and vaccine controversy, they started trying to like muck up his name a little bit, but Aaron Rodgers is one of the best QBs ever played the game.
I agree. He's definitely in my top. Um, I don't think I don't see how he can hurt his legacy, because I think he's only going to play one more year. I just don't see him hurting his legacy. In my opinion,
No, I don't think he can.
he's secure. The greatest,
Farewell tour.
that's exactly what this is. The greatest Cowboy to wear number 88. Drew, Irvin, Dez, or CD.
There's
Ooh, you said
That is good.
I didn't watch Irvin. So
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So I knew Vince was young. I'm glad he didn't say LeBron.
right. That's what I was surprised by.
No,
I was like, what?
I think CD will be. I think CD will be when it's all said and done, but right now it's probably Irvin.
I said that too. I said on CD, his book chapter, whatever it says, not even his story, not even completed yet, nowhere near. And the stuff that he's doing, man, I respect Daz. You put it up, you throw it, but CD is a pure route runner.
Yeah.
He had a little up and down with his hands, but still, man, CD was the one for me. I think CD was the 88 the greatest for me.
Yeah, none of those guys were lining up outside in the slot or even back with the quarterback taking handoffs or sweeps. None of those guys were doing what CD's doing right now.
Like,
So then y'all say that Amon Ra's better than Calvin Johnson? Because that's all Calvin did was go up and get that ball. He wasn't a route runner.
Oh.
yeah, but Calvin didn't wear 88 for the Cowboys.
That's a different topic.
Yeah, Calvin was different, man. Megatron. He's my top. We're gonna get that part.
Calvin was taking the whole defense with him,
Right.
no matter what he did.
Exactly. I hate that he played against the Saints. We had two people on him like it was a punt return. I'm like, what the hell is this? Man, that's all right. Let's move on to this new segment I got. It's called I Got Five on it. Give me your top five NBA players of all time. Any position, however you want to put it.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Michael, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Kobe, and LeBron.
Fuck you, Jay.
Yeah, got to throw him in there, I guess.
Same thing.
Top five?
Yeah.
Man, it's hard to pick a different five. Shaq is another one of those. It's probably not in the GOAT conversation because I don't know if the bigs get the same respect. They're not real flashy, but he's probably the most dominant player I've ever seen.
That's what they always throw at
So,
him. The most dominant. No, he should be in that GOAT competition. I don't know why.
yeah. Hey, when he came out of LSU, he was dribbling the ball all the way up and down the court.
Yep.
He's actually pretty athletic, but you gotta have Shaq, you gotta have MJ, uh, gotta have LeBron and Kobe. So that really only leaves one spot probably for one of the old guys we didn't really watch. You know, Chamberlain, Russell, you know, the logo, you know, some of those guys. But yeah, the top four I think it's hard to argue against.
Right. I agree. I'm with y'all on course MJ, gotta put LeBron, um, Kobe, Tim Duncan. I can go. I have to go Shaq. There's nobody else I can think of. If I do honorable mention, I have to go probably on. I won't even think that far. 'Cause like I said, I don't want to put old people, older players in that I never watched. Like I don't know if it
Right,
100 different. I don't know what besides kind of like Vince said he watched highlights. I don't know what Kareem did. I caught Kareem at the end of his
right,
career, so I can't go off of. I don't want to go off of his highlights, but
right. Kareem and
yeah,
Bird.
I think it's hard to. I think everybody top four are pretty much the same as always. That fifth one. Top five quarterbacks of all time. It's your special, Jay. Let's go.
Me.
Oh man, I don't know.
You got a house with a quarterback.
Uh,
It's your special.
I guess you got to start with who was the best. Then it's probably Brady. We'll go Brady. I saw Aaron Rodgers torch the Cowboys with 30 seconds left in the game a few years back, and that dude was a master. Brady, Aaron, Favre. I like Favre, man. I don't think anybody else could throw a bullet like that. Uh, these guys I've seen. Elway had a lot of I don't know. He had a little reputation for not being able to get that big win at the end, but he finally turned that around. Yeah, fifth one, Montana. It's got to be one of those guys, Montana or Young. Let's go Young because I watched him play a little more. I like Steve Young. He could scramble. He could do it all.
I,
All right, so
I used to, well, like you said about Brett Favre, I used to compare Brett Favre to Jason Kidd. It wasn't scared to make the throw. Like Kidd not scared to make passes. Kidd to make some passes, you'd be like, did he just do that? So
Yeah.
that's how I always compare Brett Favre and Jason Kidd together. Did you have Vince?
Brady go obviously. 2, I'd probably go Joe Montana. And then after him, I got Manning. I got Peyton. Got Peyton Manning there. Um, Probably the best player to not win a Super Bowl, Dan Marino.
Oh yeah.
Um, who else? I mean, Drew Brees was a hell of a quarterback.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just only got there once.
Hey,
I like
but
Drew
we know
Brees.
why we didn't get there 2 more times.
Then
Um, Let me see. I would go, of course, Brady, Montana, Drew. Um, I would throw Joe Montana in there. That fifth one, like they got so many great quarterbacks. Trying to see man, Aaron Rodgers. That'd be my fifth one.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers would be my fifth.
Manning's a good one. He mentioned that. I don't know how I didn't think of that one, but I would have to go back and forth between Manning and Young probably.
yeah,
Matter of fact, I would replace. Now you said that replace Young with Manning. I don't know how I said that.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah, he's a
Omaha
pure
himself.
quarterback. He's a pocket guy, but when I tell the kids sometimes, because Johnny mentioned QB or me knowing a little bit about QBs because we watch them close from my boys, but there's a lot of guys that'll just pick you off inside 10 yards the entire game, cut you up, surgically move the defense around. Peyton was one of those guys. He didn't have to be an athlete.
Yeah, all he could is throw that ball.
Exactly. So I
So he's not running on you, and he's still freaking throwing 50,
Yeah,
60 touchdowns a season. It's insane.
right.
yeah. Manning he's good to watch. He's fun to watch.
Exactly. This one here. We're gonna go to NBA. The greatest passers ever. Give me your top 5 greatest passers. Any position.
Ooh, NBA great passers. Man, maybe white chocolates in there. No order, no
Yeah, no,
particular order.
no.
But I like watching Jason Williams. Um,
The elbow pass.
yeah, the All-Star game. Kid is probably one of the best fundamental passers. Stockton was probably the guy that always made the right pass, get the guy open. So yeah, man, it seems it's point guards, I guess. I'm trying to think of a big that was a great passer. Right now we got Joker's a great passer for a big guy. And man, I'm gonna go back a little bit for another big guy, just because I'm thinking about him. There's probably a bunch of point guards that are better passers than him, but man, I liked watching Sabonis, Arvydas Sabonis back when he was with Portland, and man, that old dude was a great passer. He actually gave Shaq some problems.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and we caught him at the end of his career. So imagine if we'd have caught him when he was a little slimmer. And again, he was on my Portland team. Man, Sabonis was, and we also got him if he had injuries. Those knees couldn't stay healthy. Yeah, Sabonis.
Yeah, but if you are doing like top five, maybe probably Jason Williams was the best I've seen.
I I think I would go um Jason Kidd, of course Magic Johnson, Jokic. Who else I'm leaving out? I want to say Chris Webber was a good big that was able to pass. I think of different players. Yeah,
Forgetting the goat. Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo was. Yeah, Rondo was. I guess he don't get that because he wasn't flashy like everybody else. Yeah, but I take Rondo over. I take him over LeBron for my fifth spot. Yeah,
Man, we had Rondo here in Dallas for about a lunch break. He never got in the game, and then he left.
Yeah.
He didn't last very long.
right. All right, fellas. On this note, we're gonna take a quick commercial, and we'll be right back after this.
Excuse me, can you record me real quick? Can you record me real quick?
Get somebody else to do it.
I'd like to welcome everybody back. This is our final segment. And with this one, we're gonna be building a perfect running back. So let's start with you, Jay. We're gonna talk about vision, footwork, raw power, speed, ability to run routes and catch. I guess we put those together. And durable.
Okay, yeah. I'll try to keep it modern era, I guess. Um, well, semi vision. I got to go with my guy Emmett. Emmett all time is always. Even the haters will say, yeah. I mean, he had great vision. They'll talk about his O line, but there's a lot of running backs with good O lines that don't know how to use it. Emmett vision for sure. Speed. I don't think it's really arguable. Chris Johnson was one of the fastest, like crazy accelerating running backs. Uh, so it, Emmett Vision, Chris Johnson speed. Man, it's kind of a toss up on like. I guess it depends on how you look at balance, because Barry Sanders, uh, best lateral movement and all that, man. But there's a lot of times you see Jerome Bettis take a hit and move around, and I'm not talking about like straight power running guys over, but like balance, really good balance. But probably got to go Barry with balance. Pass catching, that's a tough one because I like CMC, but I know Falk was probably. I mean, that was his thing, getting open out of the backfield. Raw power, that's a good one because there's so many guys, but I like I liked Eddie George. They don't talk about Eddie George a whole lot because he wasn't real exciting.
Yeah.
But raw power, you got the ball at the one. I liked Eddie George. Yeah, I like those guys.
Yeah, Vince.
All right. So vision, I liked Walter Payton. When I watch his highlights, he's just so smooth. Pass catching, CMC, he's so good. Speed, I like Gibbs. I love
Oh yeah,
Gibbs.
Gibbs is nice.
I like Gibbs. Balance, I'm gonna be biased here just because I've seen him keep his balance so much. But I like the way Marion Barber ran. Um, and then
Um, said speed, footwork, or receiving, and durability.
Or
receiving
maybe power,
CMC,
like raw power.
power, Marshawn. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good group.
so
Yeah, I think I probably go vision. I want to say Barry Sanders because the stuff that he be seeing Barry, because again, the stuff that Barry was seeing when there for me, and that's Marshall Falk. Um, route running. Um, and I'm not. I know it's my New Orleans buddy. Um, power.
Mara.
Say I could go Mike Allstar. I say his name right.
Yeah,
Back in the
all
days,
stop.
that's gonna be a lot of. I probably got a lot of old school players. Speed, like Jay said. Chris Johnson. That dude's speed was ridiculous.
CJ2K.
Man, that
Yeah,
dude
he
was
was scary.
ridiculous. Um, durability. Good running back that last for. Can't think of besides Emmett, because Emmett had a long career, and that's what ability is for able to last. Hold on, let me.
Oh, for like reliability or longevity.
Yeah,
Man, Frank Gore just retired a couple years ago.
yeah, Frank.
He played for a long time.
Yeah, Frank Gore did.
Yeah, only way I said Emmett because Emmett went through more. Even Frank Gore went through it too, but that was when he was able to hit him like you want to.
Yeah.
But Gore, his light, his
He kind of
Gore,
played in both areas.
yeah, that's what I say. He played in both areas, but he got it a little easier towards the end of his career. But Gore was a beast too, man. People sleep on him. You don't hear too much about him unless you a real sports junkie. You know about him.
Man, with all that,
LaShawn
I still
McCoy was
think
good too.
Emmett's a little underrated.
I could have also went with LT for these too.
Yeah. I thought about him a lot, but I didn't watch him that much. But he fit in all. I mean, he's almost the perfect running back.
Exactly. That's why I always have him
Yeah,
and Marshall Ford as my top two running backs. As far as all around. Um,
yeah.
we can add, like I said, CJ in there. Not CJ. He played for my team. 20. What his name? You said his name earlier. Number
Eddie
23.
George.
23 for the nine. I'm blank right now.
Oh, McCaffrey.
McCaffrey. Yeah, McCaffrey.
Yeah,
That's what I think about his daddy name. But you can throw McCaffrey into. He's pretty much been working his way in that top five. All
just got to
around
stay
running back.
healthy.
True. Um, thank y'all for joining the show today. But before we get out here, do y'all have anything y'all would like to promote for his business, upcoming plans?
I own the Cowboy Roofing, so if y'all need any remodeling, roofing, concrete, you name it. We work with insurance. We're local, family owned. Been in business 5 years, so give us a call. 817-704-5420.
Need to remodel that wall.
I don't see no Niners or Saints stuff there.
Now I've seen Vincent around hustling, man. He gets back to everybody real quick,
Oh, yeah.
real fast responses and all that. As far as me, just hit me up. Pioneer Garage Door Service.com. You know, we're based out of Saginaw, North Fort Worth, but we do work Metroplex wide. But yeah, you'll find my info on that. Pioneer Garage Door Service.com.
Yes, sir.
Be it any want to promote any up leagues or anything? Good.
Man, just anybody local support that Rough Rider football over in Saginaw. I guess watch them boys at Eagle Mountain too. So yeah, I mean we're big in the local football. I love watching all these boys do well.
I will go out at the end, at least at the end. Well, on that note, y'all, thank y'all again, my guest Jason and my guest Vincent. So far, messed that up. Let's start over. I'd like to thank my guests Jason and Vincent for joining me today. I appreciate y'all for coming on. When football season starts, I will be doing Tuesday night breakdown because everybody else gonna be doing this stuff on Monday night quarterback. So I'm gonna wait till Monday night football is over, and hey, we can all get together and just do those. We can go over everything that went through the football that weekend.
I appreciate you, man. Anytime.
Thank
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
thank you. On that note, remember subscribe, share. And I appreciate y'all helping me out on this.